After December the 6th, we're going to evaluate everything you said, everything we heard. We're going to put that in a package, and we're going to make a recommendation to the CTA Board of Commissioners at their December 19th meeting. And they will decide what we ultimately do. So we still have a lot of time to salvage the service. It's not set in stone yet. And anything that we do implement will be implemented in January. Thanks to you all and your ridership, we have enjoyed great growth, especially since the hurricane. We're on 6 consecutive years of growth in ridership and 5 consecutive years of record ridership. We just set another record in 2013, 1,145,000 riders. However, we do have some financial challenges that we're facing, just like a lot of other organizations, businesses, everybody personally. We've sustained the level of operation that we've been able to provide for you for 5 years by using $3 million worth of emergency operating funding that our federal delegation helped us get. Senator Lott, Senator Wicker, at the time, Congressman Taylor, helped us get $3 million of operating to fund the local government deficits since the hurricane. However, that was spent down in March of 2013. So March of this year, we've been in a deficit situation of local funding. So the federal funding is very adequate, very stable. The state funding is very adequate, very stable. It is strictly a local funding issue. We have a projected local government funding deficit of $270,000 this year. City of Biloxi, $191,000. City of Gulfport, $72,000. City of Ocean Springs, $6,000. Local elected officials are well aware of this. We've been telling them for 2 or 3 years that this time was coming, and have consistently asked them over the last 2 or 3 year period to provide us with more money so we wouldn't have to look at these service reductions, and they've been unable to do that. So that's where we're at today.
Yes, at that point is an area where everyone who lives there are elderly people, and they rely on those buses. And they rely for sure things that they know is going to be there when they want to go and when they need to go. And in some instances, that sometimes gets out of kilter.
Did you feel it was beneficial?
No, I don't, because I don't think we got anything answered today. The legislators were invited to the meeting and they declined. All we found out was what CTA is trying to do. All they've told us is that they've asked the legislators for some more help, since they're getting the same money and the same funding that they got back in 06. And this is 013, and we're on the same budget that we had before in 06, and twice as many people. The population has tripled since Katrina. We're not getting any help from the casinos on the transit system. Keesler Air Force Base isn't helping us. None of the local businesses are helping us with the transit system. It's all coming out of the taxpayers. All they're saying is maybe the price of the fares may go up, and that we're not going to get buses on Sunday. Still, none of the routes are going to change. Possibly that some of us won't be able to get out to church on Sunday. That we may have to find another church. None of the routes have changed. All the doctor's appointments that most of us have, the senior citizens, are on Courthouse Road and Cedar Lake, that we still can't get to our appointments. I'm very disappointed in the bus system here. I'm thinking about moving away from Gulfport, Mississippi. I've been living here since '98.
Would you be in favor of a rate increase?
I would definitely pay more. I suggested that I would pay more with the $32 that I pay now per month with my red, white, and blue discount. It's $1 a day. I'd be more than happy to pay it. I suggested that. There was no response to that. So I don't think we got anything out of the meeting. I don't understand it, and all I know is that the buses aren't going to be running on Sunday.
What do you think about the meeting overall? Did you feel it was beneficial for what y'all were looking for?
I was very pleased with how the meeting went. The amount of transit consumers that came out to express their opinion was the most we've ever had at any meeting, so we were very pleased.
Were you surprised at the amount of people that seemed to be okay with the possible rate increase?
That was very much a surprise to us. We didn't expect that, but that's what these meetings are about, an opportunity for our consumers to be heard, for us to hear them and listen to them. So, yes, I was very surprised.
Heading into this meeting, and you have, I think, 4 other ones, what are you hoping to gain from these?
Exactly what we got out of the meeting today, listen to what our consumers, our customers want us to do with our financial deficits, and get their feedback, and hopefully they'll give us some different ideas, and whatever we come up with and finally implement, they'll be aware of it, and we will have considered all options, something we may not have thought of.
Sounded like one of your main responses to some of the questions was they need to go out and contact their representative. The local funding is where the issues are. It's not federal, it's not state, it's on the local level.
Yeah, we have sufficient and stable federal and state money, and our financial challenges are local funding issues, and that's simply a product of the economic times. We know that the cities are struggling, financially. They only have so much money, and they're getting asked to do a lot of things with a little bit of money. So we appreciate that, and we think it's very important that our consumers call the local elected officials and let them know what the bus service means to them. I don't think that they have heard from transit consumers enough in the past.